Now we.
You can't change it while this recording.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now we live.
Sorry, folks. Technical
I
difficulties.
know. Hey, but there's two things that we don't have technical difficulties this time. The mics should not shut off this time, number one. Two, no lawnmowers.
Yeah.
And
So-
I got fucking Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, let's hear about that. Brett's pretty salty.
Yeah.
Do not go to fucking Sonic and Baser for reals. Go to the one in Tongi.
I've heard bad things about the one in Bay. I know there was a lot of posts on our city page about how bad it was, and then that Andrea lady took over as manager, and it seemed like it was a lot better from then. But then I saw I saw a post on our Facebook page, and it was like asking for a friend, looking for a job with a lot of management experience in food. I'm like, okay, we all know it's you, because I mean, and then in the comments, somebody was like, have you thought about Sonic? And then people were like putting laughing emojis, and then somebody was just like, "What's wrong with Sonic? Like, how dare you guys laugh?" Like they were laughing at it as
The
a
head
job.
manager makes damn good money.
Well, they were laughing because that is where she
Came
is
from.
the Sonic person. So
Yeah.
it was just fucking funny. So
Yeah, I asked for Dr. Pepper and they gave me Diet Dr. Pepper, and I'm pissed.
that's
It fucked his day up.
Yeah.
It would mess my day up a little bit too. I'm not a fan of diet pop.
Good thing the
but-
mochi sticks were on point.
Yeah, the mochi sticks are always
I mean, you
good.
can't really. I guess you can't fuck those up. I mean,
Be careful with your head. You're like
oh, yeah.
very close to hitting the engine stand. It's right above you.
I did have Kobe's fucking burn the cheese out of the mochi sticks once. So they gave me and Cody mozzarella sticks had no cheese in it. It was just
Oh, dude, I
was
can beat
fucking
that.
like-
I've gotten multiple times. I've ordered grilled cheese and they forgot the cheese, and they just gave me bread. So
Grilled toast.
yeah, I'm like,
If I
great.
wanted toast, I could have done it at home.
Yeah, no, dude, it happened all the time because we used to go there sometimes for lunch or high school and stuff like that. But it's probably happened like 2 or 3 times at
stupid.
various Sonics. Not the brightest moments for them there.
And it is Sonic.
They do got some fire drinks though.
They can.
What's your favorite? Do you get any kind of
I like the Red Bull slush.
Red Bull slush?
I don't know. I don't go to Sonic enough.
There's a few. Sonic Sunrise is really good. It's
Gay?
like a orange.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
It's like anyway. It's like orange and Sprite and cherry syrup. It's kind of similar to. They have something like that at IHOP too. It's like a refreshing drink. Strawberry Dr. Pepper is pretty fucking good. They have real strawberry syrup, real strawberries they put in there. That's a pretty good drink. Ocean water, cherry limeades.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
always
ocean water's
pretty
good.
classic go-tos. But
The unsweet raspberry iced tea was pretty good. When I took the truck to Sonic yesterday,
yeah, I saw
my
that.
wife ordered that. I was like,
Take a couple sips a day.
yeah. I was like,
I never had. I never had strawberry Dr. Pepper before, and that's actually where we went. Me and my wife went on our first date. Well, we didn't go to Sonic. We went out racing in my car, but we stopped at Sonic to get some drinks and stuff. So
gotta get that.
she got
right.
the strawberry Dr. Pepper. Never had it before, and pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I used to get the vanilla, cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper.
That's good.
We had
that'd
to
be
go
good.
light on the cherry because a lot of times they put too much cherry in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't taste anything else.
yeah. At home, for
Word.
sure. Yep. What's been going on with how's your week been? How was yesterday, Jesse?
Tired. Long. Right now things are slow. Company wide. Everything's slow. Every other LTL business is slow. Got held up in Kansas City for an hour and 45 minutes. Ended up working like a 13-hour day. It's a long time. In a
Just
truck.
getting held up, getting loaded or unloaded.
Waiting on trailers, so I pulled doubles. So they load and unload trailers, and I was waiting for them to load 2 trailers.
Is it just lack of men to
It's not.
load or what?
It's not really lack of. Well, it's a little bit of lack of help, but there's just no freight in the system.
Oh, gotcha.
It's
Not that much to load. Period.
yeah. Everybody's so damn slow.
Yeah.
Which I've always kind of seen it.
Are we gonna see like a little dog attack? Look at that.
Oh, he's on point.
I
I
know.
don't see shit.
Why did this lady stop? What the fuck?
Are you judging people?
No.
No, this lady's really concerned about it.
No. I wouldn't have stopped. But
Anyway.
So everything's just kind of slow. There's everybody else is too. Just it's one of them deals. You kind of see how things are going to go in the freight business, so you can tell when people stop spending money. That's for damn sure.
I haven't stopped, Jesse.
Me neither.
Yeah,
It's just more expensive.
yeah. I just can't buy as much shit.
Damn it.
For sure.
I mean, we're up for a new contract for the union, 533. So we'll know next Tuesday how that goes.
So what does that mean?
We have a contract with the contractors, wages and stuff like that. Raises.
So, but chances are you'll still be working for this company, or maybe not.
Yeah, that's not changing. It's just the union.
How long do you think you'll be like the? I mean, how long do they typically stay at a place? Like, how long do you think they'll probably end up staying?
Who, me?
Yeah,
It just depends.
just depends.
Some people stay at one shop their whole career, and some people work for 30. Just depends.
Gotcha. Right on.
Looks like you've had a hell of a week.
Yep. Fucking yesterday.
Uppercutted somebody with your knee.
Yeah,
the one
take
thing it would
somebody
suck.
out.
Roadhouse.
I just can't. It'd be hard to fuck.
Yeah. It was.
You ever straight leg fucked before?
Mm-mm.
It's
I
hard.
feel like I'd cramp
Straight
up.
leg fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure I have.
I'm too short for that shit.
Yeah. Hey,
Get some
sometimes,
stilts.
when you're tall, you can use the baseboard of the bed as a push off. Really ram her home.
Wet noodle effect.
Oh, man, you can get creative there. So I had surgery yesterday. Surgery was at like 9 in the morning yesterday. It took like an hour. They did MPFL reconstruction. So at first, it's the tendon on this side that holds your kneecap in place. So when I was like a freshman, sophomore in high school, I was playing football and went up for a catch, came down on one leg, and my kneecap got stuck on this side of my leg. Just stuck there. So then ever since that moment, it's always been super loose. And what the doctors explained to me was typically when that happens, it usually just pops that tendon and it's just like gone, or it turns into Laffy Taffy basically. So I went through a lot of physical therapy and stuff and got it back to where I had full mobility, but if I couldn't do anything 100%. So if I wanted to play basketball, if I wanted to play softball, if I wanted to do anything, I couldn't do it 100%. I had to be cautious of that. So I wanted to get it fixed, but it's a super painful surgery. They had to go in and they put a cadaver tendon in.
Yeah.
So hopefully I got like Kobe's MPFL or something.
No.
Nah.
Don't be turning off fans now.
I could have welded some titanium in that sumbitch.
Huh?
Shit, I could have done the surgery and welded some bars in there.
I know. Fucking.
Oh my god. It's just get an overwhelming sense to start turning fans off.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you. It's like.
That's so bad.
But yeah. So they put me in. I'm a nervous wreck too because I had surgeries when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh fuck, it's just bad memories. So, it wasn't that bad. They put me in there and he was like, all right, this is just oxygen, no funny business. And I'm like, okay. He had a mask on, and, and then the lady was like, enjoy your nap. And it was like 2 seconds afterwards. I don't remember anything. And then I woke up and I was just like,
Damn.
What's going on?
what's really going on? The fucking nurse was kind of a bitch, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
She was just like, yeah. I was like,
Probably
am
didn't
I
have
gonna
her
get
coffee,
crutches?
homie.
And she was just like, I mean, I guess you can. I'm just, the reason I say that is because I'm not a big fan of crutches. And I'm like, because I know so many people that's hurting themselves. And I'm like,
Maybe she got
Okay.
Dr. Pepper when she ordered Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper.
maybe.
Or she didn't get digged down, or she didn't have her coffee.
Somebody may have got mad at her. I ended up, and then I asked her, I was like, what pain medicine am I getting? I probably sound like a pain addict, but I just wanted to know out of my general curiosity because she gave me a pain pill right before I left. I was like, what did you give me? And then, like, what kind of pain medication? And then she was like, I don't understand why people want to know that, but I gave you oxycodone, and then you're getting hydro for your whatever. I'm just like, okay, this is what I want to know. I got her to loosen up a little bit afterwards, but when we were leaving, but no, it's pretty painful. It's yeah, not it hurts.
I've
How long
only
does it take
ever
to
had
recover?
one surgery.
Huh?
I've only had one surgery.
Yeah,
I
I'll
had
be
a
like this for
blister.
6 weeks.
Blood blister on my face when I was a kid.
I'll be like this for 6 weeks. And then they'll unlock this dealio and give me more movement for another, and then I'll have that for another 6 weeks. It's a long fucking time.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's, obviously for the better, and we'll get there. Just gotta keep getting around. I don't know. I was supposed to return to work tomorrow, but I might take a few more days just because.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I need some time. So, sucks. But other than that, right before the surgery this weekend, I was working on my car. So we got engine back, everything. I got everything this way done. Motor's obviously in, hot sides in. Got the motor harness pinched in the between the motor and the transmission. So I'm just gonna cut. It's the oil pressure sensor and then the wire that runs to the top of the alternator. So I'm just gonna cut and just leave it in there and just fucking cut and wire around it because I'm not taking that motherfucker back out.
I blame Cody.
Yeah, I'm not taking that shit back out, dude. It's such a fucking I'll just cut it. It's not that. I don't know. I'm not dealing with it. It's easier for me to just put solder new connections on and rerun it than to unbolt the transmission and unbolt
Yeah, it was
everything.
kind of a bitch to line it up.
Yeah, Brett and Cody came over and helped me because I was doing it myself and it was just I couldn't see what was happening up there. So it just was kind of a bitch.
You don't have the room like my car. I can do it by myself in my car, but I'll be standing in the engine bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been working on some other people's shit lately, and I'm like, man, I'm jealous. Every time I work on anybody else's stuff, because I'm like, oh, the room.
Yeah, but then I work on
easier.
Cody's F body. I'm like, I fucking hate F bodies.
Yeah, they suck unless you have
Cut
that.
this motherfucker up.
Yeah, that
Give me the
support, or
Matavo.
that up there by the windshield. If you don't have that cut out, it's fucking a pitch.
But I mean, obviously, I have to have it cut out from my setup. But
Yeah.
Cody's setup's perfect for daily driver shit. But
Yeah, for sure.
But once we get it, you shouldn't have to fuck with it.
How's your car coming along, Brett? I know you had some. You guys got it pretty much painted, and I know you and Mo were
we
messing around
late
with the
night
chain.
Friday. We stayed up till 2:00.
Looks good.
We got so the doors. We had a fender and the hatch. We got painted. Cody and Mitch painted them. So Friday we got the driver's window done. We got the passenger window done. Got everything tacked up. The frames tacked up. Took the frames out. I welded the frames, and then we got done at like 2 in. So then Saturday we came back, took everything apart, set everything up, and then Mitch, Cody, and then that. Do you guys remember? Obviously they didn't see it, but that Toyota that was in Cody's shop and that kid was working on.
Yeah.
Call him Legs, I guess is what I don't even know his real name. But he works with Cody, so he's a prepper for the painter, so he sands and stuff. So Mitch, and Cody sanded everything and got everything taped off. But the good thing is that everything was already primered. You know, the doors were primered, the hatch was primered, so they got it all painted Saturday. And then Sunday I came over and I put everything back together.
Nice.
And then so everything got put back together. I cleaned up some wiring. And then Mo came over from LSX Killer and put a bass tune and helped me kind of figure out what the issue was. We had a misfire, and he helped me figure it out. And I think she'll be able to drive the car and kind of putt around, but it's still not ready to.
You still dicking with the windows?
No, they're done.
Oh, you got them done?
Windows
Good.
are done. But we're still unable to full throttle, 25 pounds of boost
Hog
yet.
on it yet.
Which I need to finish the roll cage before we do that. So
Yeah.
You have to finish the roll cage before you do that?
I know. Oh, and we got the rear brakes done and the brakes bled.
Nice.
That's good.
New big bore master cylinder, new rear drag brakes.
Got the big unit.
But I forgot to bench bleed the fucking master cylinder.
Rookie.
I know. I even bought the kit for it.
Rookie.
You got too excited.
Yeah.
Just threw it on
So
there.
I got to take it off and do that because I think there's still a little. It's not the pedal's not perfect, but it has brakes.
Right.
Good enough to take it to the street car takeover car show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was kind of the whole goal was to get, and we're ready to go. I just we got to put the front bumper on, and I ordered the Motion Zeus rails for the F body because they integrated them to fit with the stock fenders. You
Yeah.
don't have to modify the fenders at all.
That's nice.
I do have another Zeus rail kit, but you have to cut those little there's where the factory hood kind of shuts. There's a little like drip rail on the fender, plastic drip. I guess you call it drip rail. It has to get yacked off, and I didn't really want to do that, so I bought these ones instead.
Nice.
So we're gonna do that. Try to get the hood mounted. Get the hood mounted, get the bumper mounted, and then we need to paint the hood, the front bumper, the driver's fender, the rear quarters, and the rear bumper. And then the whole car will be one
Fresh.
color.
Yeah.
Because the doors and the hatch and that passenger fender look really good.
Well.
The colors just,
Doesn't matter.
everything else is 22-year-old paint. So it just doesn't match perfectly, but it looks great.
Yeah.
The Lexan window, it looks like a race car with the Lexan windows in it.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Lord
Race
heavens.
car.
Lord heavens.
You gotta
we got
get used to
ourselves
those
a race
fucking
car.
light doors, dude.
I bet.
Yes.
Used to the heavy doors. Wham! Slam them. These ones are you just barely. Cody has them you barely hit it and it'll fucking shut.
Click,
That's
click.
good.
Yeah.
They shut better than the factory doors ever did.
Really?
Yeah. Rear
That's
hatch
good.
fits good. Shuts good.
That's what you want.
Yeah. I do wish I would have ordered optic armor windows for the doors because I just got Lexan. Optic armor is dark
yeah.
or whatever. So my rear windows are optic armor. But honestly, racing at night and stuff like that, it's better to not have tint.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
probably racing at night at the track with the lights would probably be annoying.
I do like my tinted windows in the truck.
I'll probably tint the front for sure, but I don't think you can tint Lexan, can you?
I have no idea.
It's probably a bitch. I heard it don't stick very good.
Might
yeah,
not.
you got to sand it. Hit it with some 1,000 grit.
Yeah, why is it not clear anymore?
I can't see shit out of this thing.
But what else? I got to do valley covers leaking. It's not my rear main seal.
That's good.
Yeah, and I think it's because I didn't replace it and it broke, and I still put it back on. So I think the back corners broke from me. There's 2 pieces broke off, and I just RTV'd it. Didn't work. So I got to fix that.
Yeah.
But dude. When he was sitting there on the brake and it was banging and popping and making boost, I was just like, it made 5. I think it was 6 pounds the first deal, and then Mo's like, well, we can make more, and boop boop went to 10, and it made 10. So I was like, fuck yeah.
Yep.
Like a little kid in a candy store.
At least
Kind of
he's
nervous
controlling
though, you know.
it. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till you let off the button for the first time.
It'll be fun.
We're gonna have to put a
GoPro.
on your face. He's gonna be like,
Dude, I can't control my face. Everybody always makes fun of my face on all my ones, and I'm like, it just was like, I don't know, it's just natural reaction, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. It's exhilarating. I have a smile fucking ear to ear when I'm going like, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
I was worried that something was wrong. But
I
it
knew it was
still makes that
something stupid.
fucking noise though when it starts. I don't know what it is.
I thought it was a starter.
I went down there and looked. Nothing's dragging.
Maybe.
Rod bearing.
just
I was gonna send it.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it just that start? Didn't it just make that noise when it started?
They don't make any noise when it's running, but just when it starts, it makes that like. I don't know.
sounds like the starter stays engaged.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. But I went down there. The flex plate's fine.
Hmm.
Unless
Maybe-
the starter's,
maybe starter's
just going
going
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking new one, but.
They're fucking cheap ass China
Well,
quality.
I mean, it's a tough stuff starter. I mean,
Oh.
Tough stuff.
It should be tough.
No,
By
I've shelled 2 of their alternators.
Then it ain't that.
I went
tough.
through 3 alternators last year.
Maybe you ought to step her on up to.
Maybe you shouldn't buy tough stuff.
I did buy the bigger motion alternator wheel. I got to put that on.
Yeah, the pulley.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
So,
Hanging in there. Jesse, you got your truck, took it out. Like you said, just got some Sonic, so...
Yeah.
We had some really interesting news since our last podcast about a racetrack in Colorado, which I'll let you kind of dive into a little bit more. We can talk about
Bandimere, Colorado. It's in Morrison, Colorado. This year is their last year.
Mm-hmm.
October is the last month. I don't think it's quite eminent domain, but I think
it's pretty much.
Yeah, it's a mutual agreement between the track and the city.
Yeah, they said that, what was it, future development or something was the reason.
I was going to say housing or warehouses is usually what is built in place of racetracks, but in their case, Bandimere, the family, has been letting their fans know that, hey, this has been going on for a year or two now, so it's finally coming that we're going to shut down. But they've been there for 65 years.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, which I so wish that there was something in the legislation federally for the age of something being there, especially like a racetrack. It should be a historical landmarker.
Yeah.
Great Bend, that was an old like B-52 airport.
Yeah.
And it's a national landmark. The state of Kansas helps them out. So, and then that is also another subject. But Bandimere, they're closing. I'm hoping, if everything goes well, I'm going to take the truck out there in June to race. It's been on the bucket list forever, and it's like, you know what? Just do it, you know? Don't look back, and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that it works out, but we'll see. But Great Bend, I believe they're closed this year because they are repaving the track surface, all concrete.
So,
but did I see that they said maybe potential moving to a different location?
You're talking about for Bandimere?
Yeah.
I think they are looking for
I saw
other
some.
areas.
It was on a post, I thought.
Yeah, Bandimere, I would assume that they would move, but it just won't be the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
over time it would be the same, but
It's just like, you know, old Yankee Stadium or new Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? It's like it's going to be a nostalgia there. It's like you're never gonna, you know, replace that
experience
of
the vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, but there'll be a new. You know, there'll still be.
As long as there's still a racetrack somewhere out there.
Yeah, that causes a kind of a problem. I know Rocky Mountain Race Week's probably going to have some issues this year between Great Bend and
not this year.
Well, yeah, well,
with Great Bend.
But I mean, you know, after this next year, because you know, I think that is the stop before Pueblo and you know wherever in Kansas. So it makes like there's a huge stretch there now. I think they got to figure out. I think
they're gonna have to change it up or something.
Yeah, we'll move it somewhere else, but
it's gonna be hard.
Maybe
Rocky Mountain Race
the new track. You know,
Flying H. Yeah, that
we
would be cool.
I'm sure that'll happen once they get up and going and get everything rolling. So.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's kind of a sad deal.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
How many? I mean, fuck, Houston just got demolished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they tore it down last week. Sad.
We have Streetcar Takeover coming up Sunday. Not this weekend, but is it next weekend?
May 7th.
May 7th. Yeah, it's a Sunday. I think the downtown Topeka Car Show is Saturday, the day right before. I think this weekend, I believe MoCan is doing their Mopar shootout or Mopar Nationals or something there at MoCan. That should be pretty cool. So, you know, if you want to check that out, I think that would be technically tomorrow when you're listening to this. You'd have to check out the on dates on, you know, with MoCan. But I know that's this weekend, I believe.
Yeah.
You guys know of any other? I know there's the one going on today that Ben tagged us in, but that won't make any difference for this. But any other shows or races or
Magic
anything?
Dragon down at Bagnell Dam, which is a really cool show. We'll be there with the truck.
Yep.
There'll be a lot of cars there.
1,000 cars.
Yeah.
And it's sold out.
Yep.
trying to think.
King of the 28s is coming up, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, a couple of weekends from now, I believe.
Yeah.
It's coming up pretty quick. Your car might be done for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to drive it. I need to buy a barrel of E85.
Me too. You want to go halvesies?
I'm going to be going through the shit.
Oh, yeah. It goes fast.
I don't remember how much I paid.
Last time I bought a barrel, it was going to be like $400 from Revlon. Renegade.
I'll have to ask Mo. Mo will give me that cost.
Yeah.
I think the last time I bought... Well, I didn't buy a barrel of E85 from him. I bought a barrel of E112. And that was like $500.
Yeah.
But I ain't running that. I'll just run pure E.
Yeah.
So, good question, Jesse. What oil do you run for ethanol? Is there... I've been told there's a better weight of oil to run with E85.
I just run 2050.
That answers
Yeah.
my question.
I just... I was running... So, interesting facts. When I had the truck apart, I took my camshaft out to Luke Sievert's when he did the heads for me and had him look at my cam. There was some questionable things on it, but it wasn't... You couldn't feel it with your fingernail, but it just looked worn, you know, and he goes, well, to be honest, in a high-pressure situation, I guess synthetic oil is not good for solid roller, high seat pressure on the valve springs and stuff like that. And he said, really just run conventional because it'll handle the pressure.
Really?
Yeah. So I just switched to, right now it's got Valvoline VR1 in it.
Okay.
Conventional 2050. It's cheaper.
That's what I was told to run was 2050.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I run 530, but...
Yeah, that's all I've ever ran was just 2050 in it. And, I mean, going down the track, it'll see like 110 pounds of oil pressure.
Yeah, I won't see that.
Yeah.
Probably see like 70, maybe.
Oh, you never know.
70, 80.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pulled my BTR valve covers off and put my stock ones on it and the stock coils just to make sure I wasn't... Because, we were chasing down a miss.
Right.
But there's fucking milky in there. I need to change the oil.
Yeah, it'll milk, especially
Well,
if it's
how
been
fat
rich.
it was.
Yeah.
That's why it's so milk. It just milked the oil because how fat it was for sure. And some oils has been holding up better. Like I think the E definitely breaks down the oil better or faster than I put Rotella in there. That shit went way quick. I think the best I've seen, I've just been running VR1. But then I put the first time we got it running, it was like a Castrol GTX, like 1540, and it held up pretty good. Like it didn't break down very much.
I feel like the
Schaefer's is badass shit too.
I run Amsoil mine, and I don't think it likes it.
I've heard bad things about AMSOIL in the long run, like extended use.
Yeah.
But Schaefer's, I was gonna say I've
Schaefer's
heard a
are
lot of good
badass.
stuff about Schaefer's.
Where'd you get your VR1 at? Just the 2050? Is it O'Reilly's?
I got
Menards.
it was on sale at O'Reilly's here in Lansing last time I checked.
Mitch just bought some from Menards.
Go to Menards. It's
yeah.
$6 a quart. O'Reilly's
Yeah.
is $9.
Yeah,
I might run in there.
Yeah.
yeah. O'Reilly. That's where I always got it was
If
Menards.
they have it though.
Well, Mitch just went in there. So.
I'm pretty sure though, I don't know what price I paid because it was on sale. It was actually pretty cheap, but yeah, O'Reilly's is where Menards is always where I went to get.
Well, I
my
spent
oil.
too much money lately, and I don't really want to order Amsoil. I mean, I'm a dealer, but it doesn't really make a shit. It's just going to save me a couple bucks a quart, but it'll still be fucking...
I would.
Expensive.
Be $100 just to get an oil change.
Yeah. I think some people run Brad Penn. That's another one, but if I didn't have VR1, I'd probably run Schaefer's.
Yeah, that or
I'd probably do Schaefer's over VR1. But
Siebert
VR1's just
recommended
easier.
Driven. Joe Gibbs.
Yeah.
Gibbs, yeah.
I just talked to somebody. They said that they're running that on all their stuff, or that they're going to run that now too, which I've heard pretty good things
Yeah, I
about
know
that
Star
oil too.
carries it.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Yeah.
You probably get it off Amazon too or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I'll probably go pick some VR1 up. I might go after this.
Yeah,
I need to change it so it doesn't just sit
I'm
there.
gonna probably I'm probably going to put like some Castrol or something cheap into this because I have the VR1, but I think I'm going to put something cheap in it and run it and then change it really quick. Just because with this thing wiping those cam bearings out and stuff,
You don't know what's in
I
it.
have no idea what's in it. So I'd rather I don't want to waste a bunch of VR1 just to change it after driving it like a little bit.
Speaking of, I forgot your filter cutter.
Oh, dude, I'm not going to use it anytime soon.
I know, but
I probably won't even cut that one open.
I did.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Nap, send it till you hear a knock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did cut mine open. There was just a little teeny bit of glitter in it from.
Just break-in.
Yeah,
probably.
break-in, but the pleats were clean.
Yeah.
There wasn't any chunks of shit in it, so I'm like, well.
Did the cutter work fine?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a gigantic tubing
Can
cutter.
opener.
Yeah.
It's like a
Can
can
I have my
opener
cutter
almost.
back?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that run VR1 though.
It's a
Yeah.
pretty go-to. It's one of the most
it's
readily
easy to
available
get.
racing oil that has
It's
zinc and moly or whatever,
fairly
additives.
inexpensive.
Yeah, and it's good quality.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll switch over to the 2050 for sure.
Yeah, I had to put when this car had the stock engine in it. It had 10W60 Castrol, and it was like maple syrup pouring that shit in there.
yeah.
Like the wind would catch
With
it.
the
and it
Beamer?
just fucking like
With the Beamer motor?
yeah. That's what you're supposed to run.
1060.
1060
Yeah.
from Castrol.
That's an
Aren't
odd-
like new? Like I know my dad's truck's like a 20 weight.
This is 0W30 in that.
Yeah, something like-
Alpha.
I think his is like
And the
zero.
only thing you can get is Mobile One. It's the only oil you can. They only sell the Mobile One, and then it's a Mopar. I just get a Mopar filter for it because it's actually a Mopar. That's the same drivetrain they put in the new Wranglers. So it's actually parts aren't expensive for it. They're pretty,
available.
yeah. That's kind of the nice thing about it. So
Shit, my mom wrecked. She got hit in a parking lot in she got a 2012 Grand Cherokee, and they don't even make the quarter panel anymore.
so they just total the car out.
No,
Or
they're
what?
gonna try to pull it out.
PDR?
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, I'm sure someone can get it. There's some good ass PDR guys around here.
There is.
Really good.
That was kind of wild to me. They discontinued it.
Mopar seems kind of bad about that. They'll bring out a run and then cancel it.
Yeah.
I mean, they still make the Grand Cherokee, so it's kind of just
Body
different
change.
Body change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that was weird. Streetcar Takeover Bristol happened, I think, this last weekend.
Yeah.
I know Cletus won the streetcar class, I believe, which was I guess the track surface was pretty shitty. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah,
it was nothing. It wouldn't hold anything and
Subpar.
at all. I mean, so, which I mean, who knows what happened? Things happen. It's is what it is. But the event happened. I guess that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Number one. But
Yeah.
he was able to win that. I thought that was pretty cool. I know. I think Justin Keith went to the finals with him in Nemo versus Mullet at the end, which is pretty neat. I'm sure that car probably was there's a lot of fast cars out there, from what I heard, but Nemo probably had a decent advantage.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a little heavier.
A little bit heavier, probably.
By a lot of bit heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Well,
It wasn't
no.
a horsepower gain.
I don't know. Mullet's like 3,800 pounds.
Yeah,
Almost
Yeah.
4,000. I think Nemo's right there.
that's a fucking lot of weight.
It is.
Big
But,
motor.
Hey, the big fucking motor.
Big old motor.
Yeah. No shit. But
Bump it through the motor, Terry.
Was watching that fucking Street Outlaws, and there's this Mustang. It was a silver nitrous Mustang, and he's, a lot of the nitrous guys pull up to the line, and they're just whacking the fucking throttle, and his lineup man's like just humping. He's like, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's looking at him like, what the fuck?
Y'all wild.
facts.
Banging it through the motor. It's
But did you see Billy? He hurt the motor again?
Yeah, I was gonna say that we have, Slugfest was my next topic that I wanted to talk about, and Billy was out, and from Street Racing Channel, Nova was out there, the Falcon was out there, the old man was out there with his Malibu. I think Rob brought his little G body.
He did, but they didn't show.
All he did, he had just a grudge race at the end, the nitrous didn't turn on,
Oh.
nitrous gas. And
typical.
Yeah, and then I think he just made like a hit after that. It looked like it ran pretty good. And then, yeah, Billy, he's having a rough go. Really rough go. He hurt the motor in the S10. The Nova was ready. They were getting it back going. They had issues with it because, and we all make mistakes. I'm surprised that that's what he did was, so they had these regulators for the turbos, ball bearing turbos, regulators that regulate the oil pressure. The return coming off these regulators, he had them go into the valve covers. Probably not good. I mean, because you got to think that thing's making 100+ pounds of oil pressure, and it's regulating it down to 40. So you have 60+ pounds of oil pressure coming out of the return side. If you know what I mean, it's a lot of oil. You know,
in the top end.
Yeah, in the top end. I'm just surprised he didn't just put it into the oil pan to start with. That would be my first guess. But I mean, again, they got it figured out, and the oil pressure seemed to be a lot better. He was carrying like 70, 80 pounds of oil pressure when he let off, is what he said. Yeah. And the motor started making noise, and it sounded like it spun a bearing or something. And you could see it. It just, I mean,
took the wind out
of him. You saw a moment of him and his dad, together. Mm-hmm. I'd be the same way. I mean, one thing after another. He just cannot win right now. It's just like
that car was fucking moving.
It is running really
fast,
good.
I just don't understand what the problem is. What keeps
you think it was from the not have, because he made he made a few passes, two or three passes with the oil problem. Do you think potentially that hurt it from not getting enough oil just under 3 passes? Because you're talking big.
Could be.
It's big horsepower. I mean, it ain't just.
It very well could be. Especially, I mean, he was running fast at Yellow Belly. Yeah. So, I mean, it very well could be.
Any engine you start with oil enough, it'll fucking.
But I've heard some people, so did he take the regulators out?
Yeah, and just put just how everyone else does it, just put the regulator cap on top of the oil fitting to regulate down to 40. This was like a whole regulator on the outside that he just put it's basically like a nitrous jet or fuel fitting kind of in the turbo oil feed line, and it regulates it down.
That?
You didn't do that?
I don't know.
I think you probably should.
I don't know.
Some turbos have them built in. Like some already have a tiny. It looks like a pinhole of an orifice.
So it's pretty much just a reducer that reduces the flow.
Basically. And if it's a ball bearing turbo, you need it.
My buddy sent me it was a regulator to buy. It was like $200.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. These are. I'm sure he has them too. They're just like I said. Some turbos you don't need them because they're made with them built in. Like you don't even need to add them. But some you have to put a restrictor. It's a restrictor basically. It's an oil restrictor.
Yeah.
So like mine's a journal bearing turbo. You can put as much oil to them as you want because it's not.
Was mine the same then?
I don't know if yours are journal or ball bearing. We'd have to look. We'll look. Because if it's journal bearing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So.
Well, just.
If you have too much oil, and it will smoke the seals out of the turbo, and probably smoke the turbo probably if it had a lot of oil pressure, too much oil. Yeah, it'll start smoking really bad. I don't think it'll blow the seals out of it, probably. But we'll look at the turbo online and just see if I can't remember if those are ball bearing or journal.
Yeah, because I think the precisions come built in.
Yeah, they do.
That makes sense. That way no one get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Garrett's do. Maybe some of them don't. I don't know, but I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, that sucked for Billy. Tommy did pretty good. He went into the second chance race and went pretty far. That he started working on his own tuning abilities. They were letting him he was working, and I get his point. He was saying, I want to be solely responsible when I lose. It's like it's not that I lose because my brother missed the tune-up. It's I messed the tune-up up, so it's my responsibility and it's my fault. Yeah. And it's just an opportunity for growth, so I see that.
Well, and Billy having to get 2 cars ready, tune-wise, is kind of a hassle.
He did say that. He's able to focus on 1 car. He can make it haul ass instead of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, the Falcon, it's going to go down.
Yeah,
you don't really necessarily have to worry about
they should have a lot of data and tune-ups, hopefully.
Well, I don't think they were right. They showed that. They're starting to write down tune-ups and tracks.
Yeah.
And
I've been trying to do that of saving save tune-ups with the data log, time slips, temperature, track conditions, take very valid notes, so when you see similar things, you can load up tune-ups to
that was the thing
similar
about my car being
conditions.
nitrous. It didn't really matter. My car, but I wasn't 1,000 horse,
Yeah.
1,300 horse, so a bad road to a good road, it would go down. It didn't matter.
To an average person, I mean, it might not matter that much, but it's just like, it's just more data is more valuable, and it gives you're not just like taking a guess. You actually have something.
Yeah.
Especially off the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about putting a speed sensor on mine because I have 2 open inputs. So I was gonna put a scramble.
Yeah.
And then a speed sensor on the front wheel.
Yeah.
Just in case I.
Do you have a
Yeah,
wait? Do you have a bump button?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
I
gonna
don't
say
think
that's
I'm
what you'll. We can.
I don't think
my
I'm-
scramble and bump button is the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same button. So it's bump when the trans brake is activated, and the trans brake's not activated. It's my scramble button.
Does it take its own?
Yeah, just a single input.
So the scramble and bump takes one input.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
just
I don't know if
yep.
I'll need a bump really.
Yeah, and then
I'm hoping
the
just to be able to
output,
pull up the line and just.
the bump happens through the PWM on your big relay, and it'll pulse that relay, and that's what gets you to bump.
Yeah, solid state relay.
Yeah, I have one on mine. The trans brake.
Tip for anybody that's doing trans brake stuff, Holley specifically, but probably other stuff. Don't cheap out on your fucking relay. Buy the NOS relay. I know it's expensive. The big daddy big one. We're talking. This is the trans brake solenoids are huge solenoids. They pull a lot of fucking amperage. So if you're cheaping out and putting a cheap solenoid on it, it's gonna fucking burn up,
Yeah.
or it's gonna burn up either the solenoid or it's gonna burn up your.
MSD sells a badass little box that's built in for your fans, your trans brake, and some other things too. It's expensive, but
Yeah.
it's pretty.
There's a lot
cut
of
dry how to do it.
there's a lot of options. I mean, you can do that, but most important, I think that's the number one mistake I see. Like, I've talked to so many people, and they've like, "Yep, I had the same problem. I did that.
Yeah.
Like, I cheaped out. I didn't put the right relay on there." And you might feel weird. It's like, "Oh, why would I need a nitrous relay?" Because they have
Holley
different
sells
size
one, too.
relays. If you buy a little tiny 50 shot kit, it's going to have a little relay. If you buy a big daddy kit with some big ass nitrous solenoid, it's going to have a relay with big ass gauge wire. And that's you just buy it once, forget it, and do it. And that's I think a lot of people overlook
I spent
that.
the money and bought the 12 or 10 leash electric relay. It's all 80 amp relays. But the
Damn.
trans brake has a solid state.
Yeah.
But I had 3 solid states on the
I've
car.
been looking at those leash
one
boards. Those are sweet. I think the next, if I ever build whatever next, I might get one of those because they're not even that expensive. They're pretty affordable. The boost,
they're not
the relay boards.
And they look good.
They look really good.
They're easy to wire. You power ground and then you have wires and you just.
Yeah. I think I
pretty
might.
simple.
Next thing I do, I'm gonna look into those. But
I want a badass switch panel, but I don't really have that many switches. I like the Fuel Tech one, but I don't have Fuel Tech, so.
I don't. I think the Fuel Tech stuff's all can.
You have to use it for. You have to have the Fuel Tech to use it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. To get it to communicate.
yeah,
Racewire Solutions has some nice stuff with dome lights built in.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
I was on their website, just drooling.
Oh yeah, it's nice because, like I said, they have the dome lights built into them and shit. It's
pretty
like,
cool.
fuck.
yeah. I want to do some more. I want to add some more lighting on my car. Some LED strips under the back of the car, under the rear tires when I put it in reverse.
Yeah, a lot of guys.
I want to do that. I'd like to get some more. My interior lighting's okay. I'd like to get some more lighting in my trunk area when I'm filling up gas and stuff like that at nighttime. But there's just a little things I want to do like that. But
Cool to go to a junkyard and get a hood sensor. So, like, on a stock car, it'll say, like, hood popped. Get a hood sensor for your deck lid, so when you pop the deck lid, lights turn on.
Yeah.
Like a normal car.
Yeah.
I did buy the Holley makes. It was actually Devin Vanderhoof. So I never know how much fuel's in my car. So Holley makes that fuel level sending unit that's a laser.
Yeah.
So I bought that one, put that in. That way I know how much fuel I have.
Yeah, it's nice. I have a fuel gauge with my cell, and it's pretty fucking nice. I mean, it's like it'll say it's empty and there's probably like that much at the
Yeah.
bottom or whatever. But I mean, it gives me a really good judgment on. I like it. It's peace of mind. It's like, okay, I got good on fuel.
I need to redo my cell anyway. I need to put baffles in it.
Your cell.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter if I'm going in a straight line, but like I feel like when I'm turning, sometimes if I'm low on fuel or whatever, it'll. You hear the pump start to whine.
Yeah. Change pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, speaking of Holley and different things like that, there's new firmware updates. HP and Dominator got released first, and then they came out with the Terminator one, maybe I think yesterday, V3.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah. They added output testing on both. So one of the things I think everyone's always been jealous a little bit of Fuel Tech is their output testing to be able to do the individual testing, and they added that feature. I think they added some traction control features on Terminator as well. Devin Vanderhoof has some videos on that. I haven't watched them yet, but there's
6L80 and 90 controls.
Yep, 6L80. Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was a safety they built in that can tell if your O2 is starting to go out and start reading lean. It'll take it off, automatically pull it off closed loop and move it to open loop if apparently it can detect it. I was reading it in the revision log. I haven't seen it or where it is
on the Terminator.
Yeah, it was on the V3. It was on the revision log. I haven't looked on the
That'd
software
be
yet.
handy to know.
It'd be really nice. It'd be, if it's like, I don't know how it senses it. Like, I'm sure it's, I don't know. I'm trying to think
It's
of how.
gotta be
If
in
it
a
starts
parameter.
veering off the table very much and it starts adding more fuel.
I'm sure there's probably a trait that you see in an O2 that Holley can recognize and in real time that it's an O2 starting to go out.
But
and
it always
if you
is
find that
good-
same trait and it follows those
practice.
parameters, it reverts.
It's good practice to have a backup O2 with you if you're running the Terminator.
Yeah,
Dominator
they're not
sucks.
very nice.
The
The
Dominator's
Terminators,
got
you
better.
can't run the NGKs or whatever. It's
Man, they're expensive though.
yeah, it sucks. I haven't had one go out yet, knock on wood, but
I had them go out left and right with nitrous, but when you're shooting flames out the bag, they kind of get a little hot.
A little spicy.
well, you're going to be doing the same thing here.
Oh, shooting flames out.
Shooting flames, it's going to be even hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it has to do with placement on O2s as far as fucking them up. Proper placement's pretty important for that.
Well, I
but
think race gas fucks them up a little bit more. Probably burns hotter, I guess.
it might, I'm sure. But man, we need to. I know I need to. I'm close on this thing. I need to get this thing done before. I want to go streetcar takeover with it. I have tickets for it and stuff, so hopefully I can get it back up and going before that. Should be able to. Not much.
Did you, so you understanding the cam and crank sensor difference?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just, for some reason, I didn't think I had to change the plug on the crank sensor. I thought it was the same plug, and I just changed the...
Did you change the...
I have,
you already done it? You already did it?
No, I have... Okay, so it has Gen 4 sensors in it. I know the cam sensor. I need to lengthen it and flip the pins, and then the crank. I have a whole different pigtail. I guess I
You
need
need to
wire
make sure
them.
the wires are the same on the cam and the crank. Like the ground, the 5 volt, and the signal all are in the same orientation on both plugs. If you understand me right.
Yeah, I mean
Same
they
pin.
just needs to be the same wire on the crank. The cam you have to flip the pins, don't you? Okay, so it's just the 2 outer ones.
Yeah, because there is a Holley video on how to do it, but they don't tell you have to do the crank also.
Yeah, I watched the video.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Yeah, the crank's fine," and then I went to plug it in. I'm like,
I don't.
"It's not fine." But
I don't. Yeah, you think it would have been caught by Holley.
Yeah.
Because when I bought a LS3 harness.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys will do that because if you switch them back and forth from Gen 3 to Gen 4, the LS3 harness, you don't have to lengthen or shorten anything with that harness. If you buy the LS1 harness, the cam sensor's not as long.
Yeah.
And it's not that big a deal.
No, it'll take me.
But
like
if
2
some people
seconds
don't want
fix
to
it.
fucking... I mean,
Most people are scared to death of doing that, and
Oh,
that's why I know I'm being a fucking lazy ass, just cutting it up, but it's so easy for me to just
It
rewire.
is.
It's so
It's
much easier
not.
for me to go cut, split or solder, shrink,
It ain't that big a
extend,
deal.
plug
It's
it
just
in,
wire.
then get down under there and
Yeah.
fucking undo my transmission again.
No,
Yeah.
it'd be
Hey, it's a
fun.
bitch. So
It's not easy.
Dude, I've went from LS3 to LS1 to LS2 to, I mean, it's been Gen 3, Gen 4 back and
Yeah.
forth since I fucking did
Yeah.
the Holley.
I hadn't converted one or moved one or did Gen 3 to Gen 4 yet.
And I
just-
forgot how to do it when I put the Raffle motor in. But I went
Yeah.
over to Cody's and I looked at Mitch's harness because
Yeah.
his is LS1. So I just pinned it like his and it fired right the fuck up.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Man. It's just long times.
yeah, but a lot, too, I was running that last 6.0 I had in the car. It was a 58X crank with the LS1 timing gear. And the Holley would run it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to be matching.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about the Holley.
Yeah. I just hope this thing fires up and doesn't have any issue. I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm not worried about much. I just need to figure out that getting that flange, that bolt out of there.
Yep.
I might fire it up and just see if it'll fucking leak. Probably will, but if it doesn't, I'm just gonna leave it. If it leaks, then
I'll just weld it to the flange.
I think might need those fancy ass drill bits you got and fucking drill it out and just put a nut and bolt in it and
Yeah, it'd be nothing to drill it out.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe we should do it.
I got tabs.
Yeah, drill it out and tap it.
I think we
I
should.
bet you could thread chase it. Chase it and see what happens.
Yeah.
You might have to coil it.
Well, I mean, you
Oh,
could.
are you talking about the head cylinder head?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so I was talking about the turbo flange.
Oh,
for
yeah, that's
that
what I
one.
was talking about.
But the head, we'll see if that one leaks. That's what I was gonna
The
do.
little
is
bolts?
probably Healy, huh?
The little bolt?
On this side, on this header, on my manifold
Oh, the
side, one of
header.
them started stripping out halfway through getting it tight. It's one of the middle bolts. It's
I
like
have
this
one, not in mine.
and it's not leaking. I don't think it's gonna leak either because all the rest of them are tight. So. And fuck this
Wow.
thing last time. It was, dude. Okay, hold on. Fuck what I was just saying. I'm so upset that all my ASMR farts on the last one didn't catch a 1. Even the one with my leg straight up, not a 1.
The stripper
It
leg.
was already disconnected from that point.
Were you a cheerleader in high school?
That sucks. No,
Yes.
He was a cheerleader.
no.
Look it up, Topeka. Topeka High.
There's Brady and his cheerleader.
He's got a finger up some girl's ass. Fucking-
Yeah, and like that one guy
Oh my!
where he smells it. Have you ever seen that video before?
Yeah.
Fucking savage. Oh my
Fucking
god.
gross.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's like, you ever seen Sex Drive?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to smell a finger? No. Yeah. You got the wrong hole.
It's so funny. But
Hilarious.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know, boys. What do we say we wrap this thing up and see everybody next week?
Let's
Yep.
do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you ain't subscribing,
You ain't vibing.